Hello everyone and welcome to yet again another Return to Freddy's Expanded Edition Q&A, and also happy 2-year anniversary for starting the development of this. The process has been so amazingly good, and hopefully I will have something probably this month or next month relating to the third trailer. So anyways, let's get to answering these questions. The first one is by Corp Studios, who says, I don't know, Ms. I don't know what Ms. is, but, I don't know either. Anyways, up to the next question by Brayern Alt, in open close brackets. What do you think about Tyler Alstrom? Well, that goes into a very personal question, because I did actually not really know him, but I did talk to him during, like, the whole, like, Chapter 1 days of 5. But I was a stupid kid. Now I'm a stupid adult. Anyways, this one's by Golden Savior. He says, this is a question that I tried too hard to think of, considering the fact that I'm bad at asking things. Okay, but which torture animatronic, hybrids count, is considered your most favorite from the Return to Freddy's 5? Well, for me, and I'm gonna have to pull up, like a list or something, maybe I'll, so sorry if you hear any, shit in the, like a mouse clicking in the background. So anyways, so let's start. So let's see, where's the first one? Alright, here we go. Oh no, Beast. Beast I'm putting in C. I don't really, actually no, D, because I don't really like her that much. She's introduced very late into the story, especially considering that this one was supposed to be like the final chapter. And I don't really like, I like her design, but I don't like her model. It's way too fucking high poly for my taste. Then Kitty Fazcat. B. You know, it's Kitty Fazcat. Who knows and whatnot. Then there's Torture Device. I love his design. Alright? Like, I don't care what people say. When I first saw Razbowski play a early copy of 5, I always used to think that the torture device was like, you know, like a golden lockjaw with like Gron inside of him, and he like tries to he's like trying to salvage parts to make himself look like the minigame sprite. That's how I always used to see it. Let's see. Then there's good old Foxy. He's also B material. I'm just gonna quickly go through these. Fredbear, D. This is the only one that has the tortures in it. Oh, everyone knows, not F, but everyone knows that Torture Lockjaw. He's supreme S. I kind of like Torture Toonie. Even though his little chest plate area is a little like if you ever seen it. Buster's up there. Oh yeah, I forgot, this includes literally every single fucking model ever. So I'll just find ones that I can put in here. Slaughter, I kind of like Slaughter's model. You know, he's badass. I'll just do one more, then we can move on, because I don't want this to just become like a hour-long tier list video. So I will put, fuck, I don't know what to put up here. How about, yeah, I can't think of anything. So there you go. Favorite is Torture Lockjaw always. And then second favorite is Torture Device, Torture Toonie, Torture Buster, and Torture Slaughter. And then B is Torture Kitty, Torture Foxy, Torture Sugar. And then D is the Beast and Fredbear for some fucking reason, because he's there. So So hope that answers your question. So anyways, random player asked, will TRTF 1 Expanded be better than the original TRTF 1? Oh, fucking course not, dude. TRTF Classic is like, what do people like Kino, right? That, yeah, it's a masterclass. Like, no matter how good I can make TRTF 1 Expanded, the original is always way superior. All seriousness, I mean, obviously, yeah, I'm not relying like heavily on just like images that I got from like Google Images, and like, you know, it's playable. There's like well, there may be a bug here and there, but that's why I have the list. And if you don't know what the list is a list of people that I can trust with a beta build. Anyways, next question is by SFM Project Mechanic. Right? Mechanic? Yeah, I think that's it. Will the game have 9 endings like the original TRTF 5 was supposed to have? Now, I need to pull up my little document here because I need to remember how many... If you're count... Oh, no, he specified TRTF 5, so, there's... hold on, there's, those two, that... I believe there's 6 endings? Yeah, I think there's 6 endings. So it's not as many as like Tyler was doing, you know, like fucking like 30 billion endings. Can't wait to see how many endings are in Road That Falls. Anyways, yeah, hope that answers it. Yeah, there's like there's not that many endings. There's just the right amount of endings. Serum asks, will the game have a new story? Will the game have remakes of the 1 through 4 minigames as well? And favorite flavor of ice cream? Okay, I'll start at the top. Technically, even though I did have advertised this as like, you know, Tyler's vision come to life, you can only go so far as to like, you know, really... I don't want to say do justice, but like Tyler had a weird ass vision, and that vision included a bunch of plot holes and stuff. So instead of just being advertised under like Tyler's vision, I'm more or less advertising it more as like sort of like a back to basics 2015-esque like fan game, if that makes any sense. So yeah, it's like I'm trying to follow the original story, but I have to create some like extra stuff to like weave things, because who doesn't like a good old weaving? Will the game have remakes? They won't have the mini games. I've spent a little bit too much, you could say, on the graphics and the gameplay, where I kind of forgot about the mini games, and I don't want to spend more time than I want, like making like just mini games just to like, you know, satisfy the need of, you know, people wanting to have like mini games in a FNAF fan game. You know, I'd much rather have like you know, running away from the spooky robots. And favorite flavor of ice cream? Neapolitan, strawberry, and moose tracks. I don't really have a personal favorite. So, yeah. This next question is by Malens, who said, will you add the monitor from TRTF 4 into the expanded version? Technically, the monitor is the camera panel that you flip up. So, it is still technically in there, and no, it's not like, you know, on the wall there. Because I don't know. Anyways, the next question is Lego 101 Games. And he said, how did you get into TRTF? Alright, so now, let me take a drink, because it is story time. So, all the way back in 2013, I believe, for Christmas of that year, my parents gave me and my brother some 3DSs. You know, that was the shit back then. You know, having like the handheld Nintendo console was like the thing to be. And we had like a singular Nintendo DSSD, you know, the one that has like the little Game Boy cartridge at the bottom. So we had our owns. My brother's was red or mine was red and his was blue. And it was like the XL ones, so they were like the much larger ones. But after a little bit, I did discover YouTube on there. Well, I mean, not discovered as in like that was my first experience. Like I watched YouTube videos back in like 2010 on like my dad's laptop, which were like, you know, like fucking like Doctor Who Lego animations or something like that. But yeah, when I was on YouTube one time, I was like looking through stuff, and then I see this video that like was talking about FNAF 3 fan made or something like that. And it was a video by Yami Mash. It was like, I watched it and I felt something in me. Like, back when I was young, I had this weird, aspiration to be all these different things. But then once I saw that, I'm like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make fucking video games for my life. And then I got more interested in the Return to Freddy's, and then I realized the reason why it's called FNAF 3 Fan Made was because there's this other game series called Five Nights at Freddy's, so I also got interested in that too, which is a little funny how that kind of like segues a little bit. So yeah, it was a little funny. How I knew TRTF before FNAF, but that's usually what happens sometimes with life. So anyways, yeah, story time over. But this question is by DePryson, and he said, will there be more AI variety in the final game, as in different animatronics having different weaknesses? Again, technically, if you're counting, you know, GPD and TRTF 1 through 4 expanded, yes, there is AI variety. And technically, there is still AI variety in the game. Like, for instance, Floor A, you know, in the sewers. You're not really relying on hiding. You have to, like, you know, throw meat around so that, like, they get distracted and all that. Excuse me. But, yeah, that's technically it. I didn't want to, like, go, like, fucking full on being like, oh, this one, it'll do this awesome epic backflip. I mean, I was going to do this thing where Kitty Fazcat would actually run away when you had the flashlight on, but chase you down when you had the flashlight off. But the AI code wasn't really, cooperating well with like the nav mesh, so I had to scrap it. And that's it. Thank you everyone for asking questions. I hope you found satisfaction in me answering them. And if you want to ask me more questions but didn't have the time to do it on the Game Jolt post, you can join the 2000 Studios Discord server, where there's a 24/7 Q&A channel where you can ask any matter of questions you want, and I will answer them right away as swiftly as I can. And if you want behind the scenes of other games, including Expanded Edition or exclusive stuff, then you can go into that server as well. You know, the 2000 Studios Discord server. Link in the description. So, anyways, see you later.
Dancing, walking, rearranging furniture. Babs is shopping. I let the bird out of the